Well, it is early in the morning. I am having my breakfast, enjoying the chirping of the birds, enjoying the heat because it's gonna be leaving soon. Anyway, so I am using some time to catch up on my Netgalley ARCs because I have just not even been reading any of them whatsoever, and I'm definitely not trying to get kicked out. So the first book that I read, I finished it last night, is House of Hunger, and this is a fantasy novel in which you have Marion, who is a poor woman from the slums, and she takes a job for these people called the Night Lords, and there are these rich opulent individuals that basically bloodlet from poor people like her, and the blood is supposed to have all of these healing properties for the individual. And she realizes that all is not good in the glamorous world of giving other people your blood. Now, I thought that this book was really original. Once I got past all the idea of people aren't going to get these diseases by drinking other people's blood, then I was able to get into the story. I thought it was interesting that the blood maids are fed all these decadent foods only to give their blood away because now it's a little sweet. And I did think that it was sad that you have these blood maids that are sacrificing themselves to someone else because they have no other alternatives in life. It sounds like a really horrible existence that your job is to bleed and no one has a loyalty for you when you don't have any blood left. It was a good book. I definitely enjoyed it. To finish my tea, I have some shopping later. I'm going to take you on with me and we'll get into some other books too. Here we go, y'all. I normally have a hard time finding clothes, so I am surprised I chose these many on a hanger. Normally I shop for 3 hours and come out with a shirt, so I'm excited. And I went to DD's discount because your girl do not believe in paying a lot for clothes. So I think this dress is a maybe. It's cute, and I like that it has pockets. Okay, here's the next contender. I'm not sure I like this material at all. Okay, so this is the next outfit. I actually kind of like this one, a little bit thicker material. Got the little puffy sleeves and the turtleneck, which is interesting. So this is the next outfit. I don't know. Looks like it shows my pooch a little too much. Not a fan of that. Okay, now this is the next outfit. I absolutely love this. It has pockets and it feels so comfortable. Yes. Definitely get in this one. Not gonna lie, I don't hate this. It's a bit tighter than what I'm used to, and you bend over and you're gonna spill all over the place, but I think it's banging and hitting all the places that it should. Okay, so this is cute. I just don't like this top. I just think it's huge, the boning in it, and it's plain, but it is cute. And really, no. Okay, so here's another contender. I like that it's long sleeve, although it's not all the way, but it does feel a bit tight. So this dress is cute, but I feel like a little bit too much of me is exposed, but I like the frilly nature of it. This is the back cutout of that dress. Okay, don't even laugh at me for choosing this dress. I thought it looked really cute on the hanger. I was wrong. DNF. Trying to get this shirt. It's cute. It says Faith. It's actually red, but it looks a bit orange. And this is a very cute dress. It just does not fit. Well, Ross was next door, so I went there as well. So let's see what they're working with. Now, this room is dirty, as you can tell, but you know what? We're gonna get past that, try on the clothes, and get out of here. So this is actually pretty cute. I like this. So, gonna get this. Next dress, definitely a bit tight. I mean, it shows stuff, but nah, I don't think so. So you got this dress. I'm not sure how I feel about this dress. I like a little bit more pizzazz, but it's cute and it's comfortable. And you have this dress, which is really cute. I like this. kind of frilly, girly. So the next book that I read is called The Nightmare Man. Now this is a horror novel that is set to be released in January of 2023. So if you like horror, I would definitely add this to your TBR and be on the lookout for it. Now this book is dubbed T. Kingfisher meets Cassandra Claw. Now, Cassandra Claw wrote Nothing But Blackened Teeth, which is a horror novel that I read. Wasn't a big fan. T. Kingfisher wrote Nettle and Bone, which is a fantasy which I loved. I will link both of those videos below. Anyway, so this book surrounds Blackwood, which is this spooky mansion that has an insane asylum built on the property. And you have Ben, who is a horror novelist whose grandfather owned this mansion. And Ben writes this bestseller horror novel, and all of a sudden when it's released, you have someone starting to emulate the murders that are happening in the book. Now these murders are gruesome. Like, think of the most horrible killers that you can ever imagine, like gruesome individuals with twisted minds. This book includes that. Just very, very unique. And then you have a Detective Mills. He's this agent, should have retired probably 20 years ago, detective, and he is investigating these murders along with his daughter, and they are suspecting that Ben may have something to do with it because everything is pointing to him. This book is really suspenseful, it's gruesome, it has a lot of plot twists and turns, and it just really grabs your attention the entire time. It did have a lot of funny parts as well. That whole banter between detectives, just really, really interesting. I will say that when it came to the end of this book, I definitely did not see it coming. It left me thinking like, what in the world? But it was definitely thrilling, and I am all here for it. Now, some side notes about this book that I thought were really interesting is that there was a lot of vomiting. Everybody was drinking from flasks. There was a secret library, which I'm all about that. And it actually mentioned Netgalley ARCs for his book. And where did I get this from? Netgalley. Overall, great book, definitely recommend it. So let me see what else Netgalley has in store. This may be hard to beat. So I think I've got Netgalley off my back now because I've read 3 books and now I'm going to request some more. Anyway, The Resemblance. This book comes out in November of 2022. It's a crime, psychological suspense fiction novel. And it basically follows Marlette, who is a detective that has some unresolved trauma from her college days when her best friend joined a fraternity and all this crazy stuff happened, and basically he kind of just ditched her for the fraternity. And she is a detective now, and there's a hit and run outside of this college that she perceives is potentially a murder instead of a regular hit and run. And she starts investigating a local fraternity which the victim was part of, and discovers all this interesting things going on that may or may not have something to do with the case. Because like I said, girl got some unresolved trauma. So overall, I thought this book was decent. I felt that Marlette got in her head way too much and needs to take a chill pill. Marlette made way too many assumptions about any and everybody based off her personal experiences. It was a bunch of entitled frat dudes with too much money on their hands and not enough responsibility. But overall, I thought it was a good book. I think it was way too long. I think it could have been cut down by probably about 50 pages if Marlette wouldn't just keep thinking about stuff. But I did enjoy the book, I will say. And that is all that I have to say in this particular vlog. So I'm going to peruse the Netgalley shelves and see what they're going to allow me to read in the future. So I will talk to you later. Bye, y'all.